Good day, everyone. Today on the internet, I'm here with Burnside on Barkin with Burnside. And he is my newly acquainted anarchist friend, actually, who happens to run his own little community out of... Where did you mention it was?
Well, we're based out of Chicago. The little neighborhood we're in is called Heglish.
Okay.
Best place to get pizza.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. One of our community leaders, Bob, he actually runs Pudgy's Pizza. Oh, best
well,
stuff ever.
well, at least you never run out of food.
Oh, yeah. Always got supplies.
Well, we were actually just discussing before the recording, your opinion on Trump and his recent actions. And, well, in particular, I brought up the point that he just recently repealed, successfully, the Obamacare Act, the Affordable Health Care. You hadn't quite caught up with that in the news yet, which is fair. It doesn't seem to have been extremely widely discussed. It was just one of the many headlines and not really made to stand out in any way, despite the massive sorts of implications this could have on the lives of everyday citizens, especially in regards to their finances.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like that Obamacare tax I got for like last year. Hopefully not this year, but there are actually a couple people that have genuinely benefited from Obamacare. So, I mean, that is the good thing. But, yeah, sadly, most of the news I've gotten, it's just been about North Korea and people freaking out about that. Nothing important like getting rid of Obamacare and replacing it with hopefully something that works this time.
Well, Obamacare actually was extraordinarily helpful to a great deal of people. It just tended to be those who were in impoverished situations, it would seem. Those who were actually making a sustainable living, to some degree, tended to feel the impact a little bit more. But, that's sort of the compromise that was made with with what was essentially a Republican health care bill in the past.
Yep.
All they really did is go, okay, well,
Let's see. Who's better at selling this idea, Romney or Obama? Let's go with Obama.
Right? And the worst part is he had a supermajority at the time for the Democrats in Senate, House, and obviously presidency. So he could have easily pushed through like a single-payer system that would have completely fixed all of this shit.
Yeah.
But here we fucking are.
Yeah, sad and true. Common sense is out the window when you're in D.C., man.
I fucking suppose so. Then again, I'm sure his pockets were always lined with big insurance money anyhow, so.
Oh, yeah, they made a whole crap ton about this stuff.
Not tasty.
Not tasty at all.
Yeah. Well, what is your opinion then on old Obamacare?
Well, it was a good idea with poor implementation. That's generally my thoughts on it. I mean, healthcare, yeah, it's something we need. I mean, before Obamacare kicked in, we had something around here called county care. Or if you're a Cook County citizen, which many people know it's not normally nice, but hey, the one good benefit was in the case you get shot, you at least had some health care to get that bullet out of you.
Yeah, that's a really good fucking thing to have. I'm pretty damn sure that healthcare should be a right in any kind of civilized society, considering the fact that, well, you don't have much of a citizenry if they're all dead and dying of disease and whatever injuries they've sustained.
Yeah, problems with modern society. I mean, it should be a general framework that should be there. So if you need it, you can pay for it. And if you don't need it, you don't have to pay for it. Just like everything else, like underwear and socks and shoes and whatever,
Well, I don't feel you should really pay for anything that's necessary. And even a few elective surgeries like LASIK and that sort of thing.
Oh, boy, would I love to get LASIK, man. That's the one thing I've needed for a while. But for the time being, contacts from Walmart work.
Fucking same. Yeah, I've been wearing glasses since I believe I was about 6 or 7.
Holy crap, me too.
Yeah, astigmatism. So
Ah,
I'm pretty much fucking blind without my glasses.
oh, geez, I know the thing. Me, I was just born prematurely, so they stuck me in one of them old oxygen tanks, and then, almost went blind.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How the fuck did that happen?
Well, long story short, I was born prematurely, barely made it past Christmas, and then, that's what happens.
So it was just the lack of development then? Or
As
was
far
it
as I
some
know,
sort of...
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yeah, I didn't
that and then
know...
I got a blood infection.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah. That was the whole barely surviving Christmas thing.
I see. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's your early Christmas present then.
Yeah. I got to live.
Eh, well, better than some folk. But
Oh, yeah.
back on the subject. Well, since you aren't really particularly a fan of Obamacare, and neither am I, to be honest, in comparison to the better options, such as, fucking single payer. What do you think the new healthcare will be? Because I think it'll be a fucking catastrophe. I'm pretty sure one of the things they'll include is pre-existing conditions. Hopefully. Otherwise, they're pretty much just
That's a
committing.
big thing that needs to be covered whenever you get an insurance is pre-existing conditions,
Yeah.
because everybody has them nowadays. I mean, Christ, we're medicated to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got fluoride in the water. We've got all sorts of crap flowing through the air.
Well, I'm quite sure fluoride in the water is not much of a big deal.
Not normally, unless you just chug the crap out of it. Then, oh, there goes your IQ.
Really, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with fluoride poisoning. I suppose it would be.
Basically, a couple idiots decided it was a bright idea to literally eat toothpaste.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, if you look at on the back of most of your tubes of toothpaste that have fluoride in it, there's a little warning on there for poisoning.
Yeah.
Long story short, not exactly good if you literally take pure fluoride and down it. I mean, putting it in the water to a degree is like a little healthier, but still, the science is a little wishy-washy on it.
Well, I'm pretty sure they have a very small parts per million in comparison to normal water.
Yeah, thankfully, it's not too much. It's more of just something that's just to put in to filter out some extra garbage.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't imagine it's a very big health concern. I wish we could do something like reverse osmosis on most facilities, but I don't foresee that fucking happening, considering we still have a large extent of our water systems in places like Flint still made of lead pipes.
Yep.
So
that's the thing.
Yeah. So, anywho, though,
back to the healthcare debacle.
Yeah. What do you think their replacement plan will be? Hopefully, as we were saying, they'll include the pre-existing conditions clause, but who fucking knows?
Yeah, you never know in DC. I mean, the good thing is at least Trump's delivered with a couple of the decent ideas he's had and stuff. But the one thing is, you got to look outside of him and look at the other people that are putting their tidbits into these different bills and stuff, and kind of read through them. And sadly, reading through a lot of bills is like Jesus. It's you're reading through a Bible and a half.
Yeah, you're telling me. I've went and gone through the Congress.gov pages, and though their summaries can be useful, it's still just loaded to hell with legalese. It's incredibly specific for no particular reason.
Yeah,
which is nice. It's
lawyer speak, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Thankfully, I've learned a little bit of Latin, just being around the internet and generally appreciating Latin. So that's helped a fair bit, but even still, it's extraordinarily dry, and they don't really be particular with their definitions, oftentimes, I found.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's not a very nice thing.
Well, let's hope it doesn't get much worse, which it quite possibly could. I mean, normally things get worse before they get better.
Yeah. Well, what sort of things are you excited about from Trump? Because generally speaking, I am not about most any move he makes.
That's all right. It's a lot of people are kind of up in arms for or against it because it's with just the media and all the other stuff that's going on. This was really one of those years where just everybody decided to throw everything into the fan and see how well they could use this fan as a shredder, a universal shredder of anything they could throw in there. And I'd say the first thing is the death of ISIS. I'm really hoping that with the couple military actions we've made, like, we will be killing them.
Oh, well, we can kill ISIS forever as long as humans exist, and, well, we don't suddenly lose the knowledge of Islam. Islamists and ISIS, even though it may not go by the same name, it'll still be ISIS in another form, will continue ad infinitum.
Yeah, it's the sad thing with the Wahhabism and how it's basically been co-opting the few people in the Muslim ideology that don't want to go Allahu go kill you bar. Literally, they've like been co-opting their peaceful brothers. Like, oh no, you're being a heretic. You have to kill these people, and they're like, but we don't want to. Well, too bad. Allah says kill them.
Yeah.
So hopefully, after we stem their military power, we can finally put a lid on this.
Well, the thing is, we'll never actually get this running correctly if we don't introduce social change. That's the main contributing factor
absolutely.
Here. See, because what we've done in the past is basically walk in, go, hey, we don't fucking like you because you're not allied with us, and kill the secular, stable leadership of the Middle East. So what we did is destabilize the entire region, throw our hands up and go, good enough, I suppose, and then leave.
Oh, yeah, nothing like repetitive regime change, just state after state after state until it becomes a total goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. So until we allow them, we either have to allow them to produce this themselves, or we have to introduce it as a sort of puppet state, which does not go over very nicely with the international community.
Even worse than the guy who took over beforehand.
Well, I mean, anything is better than what's going on now. What they need is a proper secular government, because we really do not need...
Governments are stable to a degree.
Well, they are almost universally. So long as they're properly managed and administrated. You obviously have to have the logistics in order, just like any sort of organization of humans. But
yeah, gotta have that paperwork and those trucks running.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to have some sort of logistical network, especially within the administration itself. But furthermore, until we get that going, either by force or naturally just backing the fuck up and letting these people sort themselves out.
Yeah, I think we should definitely let them sort themselves out. I mean, kind of fight this defensively too, as best we can. And aside from that, I'm really hoping guys like Louis Farrakhan can just, pump some brain cells into these guys and go, hey, it's a bad idea to kill each other. We're all brothers.
Well, hopefully he's under the banner of at least a secular sort of government. I'm not very familiar with him. Huh?
He's like the only imam guy I've seen who's not like, oh yeah, it's totally cool to blow up everything. He's the one guy who realizes, hey, if we start doing that, it'll fall back on the rest of us, and we'll wind up being the ones getting incarcerated, even if we're innocent.
Well, that can be a very dangerous sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Because you may have one person who's espousing the more tolerant and peaceful and agreeable varieties of Islam, but then you have a dozen highly violent religious fundamentalist extremists who will go full caliphate on your ass given the opportunity.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's someone running around in a hijab or what have you with a dragon out trying to go pop a hole in him.
Oh, I'm sure. All the time. I'm surprised he hasn't been assassinated if he's saying these things out in the public.
Yeah.
It's a
doing
rarity.
something. He literally is. He's doing something right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this interview with Alex Jones panned out.
You, Alex Jones. It's like hearing the description of the inside of a dead animal's bowels.
Oh, that's funny.
Alex is not very spicy, not very tasty, not very dank, in my opinion.
I guess that's something else we disagree on. That's all right, though.
Yeah, I'm not into the conspiracy scene at all. I really can pretty easily dismiss a good chunk of it as just paranoid bullshit.
Oh God, yeah. Like other people that complain about the flat Earth and stuff. It's like, hello, if you're flat, are you kidding me? Geography much.
Like there was an entire Vsauce episode regarding if the Earth was a disc, which is essentially what flat earthers are on about.
I seen that one. I thought it was funny. I was like, okay, you tried to have some science, but the one thing they just completely threw out the window is the atmosphere. We have atmosphere. It's in the shape of a circle. If we were a disc, it'd be shaped like a disc.
Well, no. The flat earthers, as I've had described to me from some of them, go on about how the Earth simply is under the firmament, in which all of the stars are painted on by their sky daddy. So everything's okay. No one needs atmosphere. Air is just a phenomena of the OG in the sky.
Yeah, it's one of those tinfoil hat things, you know?
Yeah, really. But I can say one thing about Alex Jones in relation to what we were speaking on earlier. Though I don't always agree with Paul Joseph Watson, he does do a fair bit of good political commentary.
Oh, he's spot on. Him and Dave Knight are the two people I like, because it's like, oh my God, civility, accuracy, no table flipping. I mean, not that I don't, I kind of like some table flipping now and again, but here and there when I have to go, okay, tell me in detail what the hell is going on. Then the two of them kind of take over while Alex goes and takes 5 minutes to chill.
Yeah, really. Alex is fucking gone. I don't know what the hell happened to his noggin, but something is wrong up there. He must have been drinking that gay frog water or something.
Oh God, that one never gets old. I tell you, the gay frog
really?
Never gets old.
Seriously.
It's so funny.
Or whenever he just loses his shit entirely, gets up and runs around the room screaming like a madman. Oh, that fucking kills me inside.
I love it. I mean, he gets some things right sometimes, but it's like when he just completely loses his oh, damn computer. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
So Vast telling me, oh no, the tinfoil hat conspiracies are coming.
Shit. What is that, the gynocentrism the MGTOWs have been trying to shovel onto the popular culture as of late?
Oh Lord, who knows?
Dude, me and Zeph and Norian have been talking about that shit all the time as of late. Have you ever watched any of his videos?
I've watched a couple of the MGTOW videos from a couple other people. Mostly it's people complaining that Lacey Green's a pain in the ass, and Anita Sarkeesian needs to kick the bucket or whatever, and typically all the other crap, and it's like,
Well, unless you're some sort of radical feminist, that's generally something that can be agreed upon. No, God, actually,
yeah. I don't like the hell out of any of them.
Yeah, I don't think anybody with any.
Like, they're evil just because they have a penis, and it's like, haha, yeah.
Oh no, that's not why. It's because of a bunch of fabricated, damn near mythological, cultist horseshit they construct around the
Yeah, I
name
know. I mean, I'm
men are
still waiting
bad.
for the membership card from the freaking patriarchy. What the hell?
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. No, I was actually referring to anti-MGTOW videos.
Oh, that's something new. I haven't seen anti-MGTOW videos.
Well, if you've ever watched anybody like Sandman or Angry MGTOW or
I've heard
what
Angry
was it?
MGTOW before. It's basically like a MGTOW Alex Jones. These damn people pissing me off. They're firing my
Yeah,
foot
pretty much.
off the table.
Effectively.